Hello, everybody, and today I'm going to talk about a very fundamental or basic question. Not for you, not only for you, not only for me, but for everybody or for mankind. The philosopher of the German philosopher called Leibniz, and the guy who was a prelude of the computer science, and he invented mathematical logic. So, sort of a way of being a father of the computer, the calculation thing. And he once famously said, why there's something rather than nothing. So today I'm going to try to analyze this question. I wanted to say I sort of solved this problem. But I know if I say that, and you'll probably think, how can you? Or how could you? Well, so I don't want to give you the impression I'm boasting or I'm saying something I don't know about. Like the English phrase, the guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I don't like that part. So, I just gave you my analysis or answer to the question and let you judge. You tell me if I solved it or not. Leave the comments and I'll respond. Okay? So today's subject is Instancology's answer to the question why there's something rather than nothing. All right. I think some of you probably are familiar with the terminology I made up. Instancology. That's a philosophy or the name of it I invented. I call it actually the system, Instancology system. Another related term, which is also invented here, is called absolutology. All right, I only did two. Don't blame me more for that. All right, I really cannot and could not figure out another way to say it. There's no this concept. How can you do it? So, bear with me. All right, let's go straight to the topic. So, let me just reiterate where there's something rather than nothing. And from the instancology's point of view, I want to answer it. I want to give you analysis, let you see if I answered it or not. All right? Okay, fair? I hope so. Okay, first, the origin. Who said that? The philosopher Leibniz, as I mentioned earlier. All right. Related on this group of other in this group of other topics like this, there was famous four Greek philosophers question. Who we are, where are we from, what should I behave, what is the world? And I put it into my book. So this one together with the four probably constitute the five most fundamental questions of human being ever raised so far. All right? So, like another speaker, I watched the YouTube video, ask the audience, why should you care? And the audience smiled. Yeah, why should we care? All right. He said, according to Schopenhauer, you know, another German philosopher, but it's a pretty recent modern philosopher, Schopenhauer, once famously said, If you don't ask questions, those fundamental questions, you are sort of mentally deficient. In other words, we can understand this way. If you don't think about these questions as a human being, you are not rational enough because you miss something. You miss the link, the earliest link of your reasoning, your rationale, you know. So that's the point. So that's by that definition, you are mentally deficient. You don't want to be mentally deficient, do you? So think about that. It's another matter if we can solve it or not. Probably nobody can. Probably it will last forever for people to try, like mathematical problems. But at least you should have a thought about that. A thought about these common questions and trying to find answer to them. I think that's Schopenhauer's intention. All right, okay. Let's come to the second point. Let's do some language analysis first to this question. Why there's a something rather than nothing. All right, language analysis is one of the two major branches of modern philosophy. The other is ontological questioning, the continental part, if you will, mostly by Europeans. And the analytical part, the trend, mostly done by the English speakers in countries like Britain, United States, Australia, and though the English-speaking countries, philosopher will talk about analytical philosophy. And in this one, the major branch comes to language analysis. The flagship, if you will, is Wittgenstein, also another German philosopher. And in America, there's another philosopher called Rondi, and he died not very long ago. Anyway, he belongs to this group of language analysis. Okay, so let's do a little. In this sentence, why there's something rather than nothing. What I pick out to analyze, I want to pick three of the terms, words, to analyze. The first word is why. Why is at the beginning. Why there's blah, blah, blah. All right? Okay, why. The second word is something. And then everybody know something. Know this word. And the last word is nothing. This is another word. So I pick up the three words out of this sentence. Let's do some analysis first. Okay. So first, why. Everybody knows what why is, right? It put a question mark, and you wanted to know what's a reason, what's a logic, what's a motivation, what's a desire, what's a wish, what's a purpose behind whatever you are questioning. That's called a why. Right? So it's a commonly used word. Everybody knows. And for philosophers and scientists, when they use this word why, they are trying to find the link, the logical link between things. How does one thing affect another in sequence? When I say sequence, I mean either temporal or spatial, all right, in time or in space. One event happened which caused the other event to happen. In that order of logic, That's what philosophers and scientists want to do. Okay, so if we summarize all those above words or explanations, we come to the conclusion. When you ask why, you want to know the causal effect.